Alright, in the top right, as the brown Zerg, as the only Zerg, excuse me, as the only Zerg left in this tournament is Ihufa as a brown. I think I already said he was brown. In the bottom left is Jonoman 92. Alright, now last time, and by last time I mean the last ASL, there was not a single Zerg player in the round of 4. 2 Protosses and 2 Terrans. So, Ihufa could make history by winning this series as being the highest placing Zerg player in ASL history. Okay. So, we have 9 pool? No. Not 9 pool, we have overpool. It was supposed to be an overpool, but the Overlord came out a little bit late. Messing me up. Alright. So, overpool from Ihufa. And Jonoman getting down the Forge. This is probably one of the easiest positions of any map to wall in. It's just like Forge on bottom, Gateway on top. Then you have a small hole on top that's still big enough for goons to get out. And if Zerglings do run by, they have to run around the cannons, because the hole's at the top and not at the bottom. It's like, this is by far easiest map to wall on. Okay, not by far. I won't go as far as to say it's by far the easiest map to wall on, but I think it's the easiest map to wall on. Yeah, I mean, there are obviously other maps that are easy to wall on, sure, but like on Fighting Spirit, like, you have to do things diagonal, depending on what position you're talking about on Fighting Spirit. But in some positions of Fighting Spirit, you have to, like, be a little bit diagonal, and then it's like, oh shit, the complicatedness. The complexity. This one is just like, Forge, Gateway directly on top of Forge. Done. So, Ihufa's gonna go overpool, but only make a single set of lings. We have one pursuing the scouting probe and one just hanging out outside Jonoman's base. And save a little bit of extra money and put it towards getting the hatcheries down sooner. Very, very Zeke in that regard. That's what Zeke likes to do. He likes to go 9 pool or overpool, but then only make one set of links. Like to try to trick his opponent into overreacting, so that despite the fact that he went 9 pool, he'll still come out a little bit ahead economically. I believe that that's what Ihufa was going for here. Or it could be that he just realized that Jonoman was in a really easy position to defend, so it's like, well, I'm not even going to bother to make links, because there's no way a run-by is going to happen. Jonoman didn't even throw down a second cannon. He didn't throw down a second cannon, and that Zealot's pretty late. I mean, it's coming out after the Nexus. So, Jonoman certainly didn't sacrifice anything to hold off the overpool. Things still looking rather standard for, excuse me, for both players at this point. We do have the gas and the cyber core done for Jonoman. So, we'll either see the Stargate or the Citadel, most likely. Most likely. Plus one already on the way. And, ooh, it is going to be the Citadel first. He's putting the Citadel in his natural to hide it from the Overlord. And the Overlord really can't see everything in the main. It would have to scout all the way up here before he realized that something was truly hidden, and it wasn't just a Stargate. And even if he gets to this point, he doesn't know if it's a Stargate or a Citadel up in the natural. So, Jonoman could be going for fast ETs, or it could just be for a very strong speed zealot attack. Anyway, Ihufa did make a couple more links, and speed is done for those links, it looks like. So, trying to surround the zealot. Oh, yes. Yes, wow. He is going to trade one ling for one zealot. Very nice. So, Spire, excuse me, Spire going down for Ihufa, and that should be finished soon. We already have the next two hatchery. There we go. Next two hatcheries down. We have the Hydro Sten down. So Ihufa is playing it absolutely standard, with Jonoman getting his speed and getting his Templar archives. This is still out of range of the Overlord. Ihufa's not moving around the Overlord at all, and really the Overlord is not covering a very good field of vision down here. You can see that the pylon power would only extend to about this far. So there's no reason for the Overlord to not be over the Nexus right now. And then it'd at least be able to potentially see the Templar archives. If not, just straight up move higher. But he's making some serious high Templar at this point. I doubt he's getting Storm. Yeah, he's not getting Storm. So, looks like Jonoman's gonna go for some old school Speedlot Archon aggression. Nope. Sounds like some Scourge got picked off by the cannons, but they did not see here. Can that Overlord see the gateway? Yeah, I want that one. Okay, he sees the High Templar. He has to see that High Templar. Ihufa? God, I hope Ihufa saw that Templar. He might not have been paying attention. It's possible. Ooh, Overlord speed for Ihufa. There's not a really good reason to be getting Overlord speed right now. I mean, you haven't... He could be fearing Dark Templar, but really that's not a huge concern, because he hadn't seen any Corsairs. Like, I think he should have waited for Overlord speed, and I think he's just trying to play what he would do normally, not realizing that Jonoman's not exactly playing normally. Here comes the Speedlot attack with the +1s, so that's normal. What's not normal is these two Archons. Alright. So, Jonoman turning around. The Archons have been revealed, so Ihufa certainly should realize it now. Lurker upgrade on the way, and Lurker upgrade could put an end to this aggression, but really Jonoman's not continuing with the Zealot production, or at least not adding more Zealots to the attacking force, so it's not exactly necessary. Or the Lurker upgrade won't be necessary to hold it back. It looks like Jonoman just wants to retreat. He is getting an expansion up. I don't think the Lings saw it. Alright. No, still no Storm on the way. So the Templar that are coming out are still going to be for Archons. And that's going to be a significant number of Archons for this early in the game. 3? Oh. No, there's 2 High Templar here. He's not merging. He has to have Storm done. Ooh. That's not good. Yeah, this is way too many Archons. They have to be for Storm. And if he has Storm, he might want to use it right now. Ooh, that should have been a really good Storm, but Ihufa dodged before the Storm even went down, so it didn't do too much damage. Probe transfer right through this battle. Don't give a fuck, it's fine. There we go, there's a nice Storm. Hitting a whole mess of Hydralisks. Lurker upgrade is coming in. Jonoman has the Observatory, but no Observers with his army quite yet. Does he have enough to just win this? Oh, that Storm! Ah, these Storms are just missing by a hair now. And he will be getting another Archon up. But the Lurkers are done, and Jonoman, he's gonna lose everything. You should probably, like, cancel the... No... What? Alright, that Archon's gonna live, despite the fact that Hydra's gonna one-shot at it. And get the shield battery up. Give that Archon some more health. So yeah, this is a problem for Jonoman, who has an Observer, but isn't gonna use it. Jonoman, you gonna use this, buddy? Like... Oh, could be useful. Could be useful if you want to keep throwing away zealots like that. Alright. That's fine. So, looks like he's adding on 2 more hatcheries and getting his hive up. So Ihufa, the nice quick hive. Jonoman had built the shuttle a while ago, probably thinking about storm dropping. Either that or just 4 speed lots. Effective either way, but the lurkers outside his base has put a little bit of a damper on that plan at the moment. Hydra's coming in on this side, not quite enough. As this Archon continues to recharge energy. It can't snipe the cannon. Ugh. Yeah. Not sure if it's worth it. He must have a bad gateway rally. Because the Dragoon just came running out, and he lost a High Templar here earlier. I think one of his gateways is rallied bad. So Archon, man, I'm watching that shield, man. It's at 65 now. It's going to recover all the way. Okay, so we are loading up a shuttle. It is just speed lots. Bringing an injured speed lot won't make a huge difference, and very unfortunate for that shuttle. Well, there was already an Overlord here anyway. Fuck. Okay. Alright. Yo, I figured out what the problem is, at least. My Ethernet cord is not good. And the connection sometimes comes a little bit loose. So I have to re-plug it in. But it's not just the cord. I've tried multiple cords and the same thing keeps happening. So I think, like, the receptor on my computer for an Ethernet, the Ethernet port, I should say, the Ethernet port on my computer just is weak. And I don't know how to fix that. Like, I could probably get, like, a USB to Ethernet converter and then just use that instead, maybe? I'm pretty sure that exists somewhere. Alright. So, I'm not exactly sure where you guys dropped out, but Jonoman's moving out. And there was a drop here. The drop got cleaned up. And then after the drop got cleaned up, Jonoman, or while the drop was being cleaned up, Jonoman took out the few lurkers that were here and is now moving out to attack. He has nice upgrades. He's getting 3-1. And alright. So he's gonna lose 3 lurkers for free. That's a little bit unfortunate. And Jonoman does have a nice supply lead right now of about 40. And if he can get some good storms off, and he does have the High Templar to do so, this should be a game-winning attack right here. Ihufa, he went for that fast hive, but we haven't seen him use any of the hive tech quite yet. It looks like he does have crack on the lings, so that should be a nice help. There is observers here, so the lurkers can't just dominate over these goons. The goons are going to be able to pick them off pretty easily. And there's still a lot of Protoss stuff after all the Zerg has died. Ihufa's lost a lot of Overlords. He had, like, a cap of 140 at one point. But all those Overlords going away, and the Dragoons are just continuing to step forward. Really unimpeded. I mean, the Cracklings are doing a little bit of damage. They're being kind of cost-effective considering the situation. But once the Archon gets in here, the Cracklings can't do anything anymore. Already at 3-1. I think Ihufa's dead. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't looking so good. Hey, it's that Archon! That Archon that totally should have died, that he said he should have canceled, and then run back with the High Templar. It's kicking. It got up to a pretty high shield, and that's after the battle. And it got 12 kills. So shout outs to that Archon that didn't die. That totally should have died. Alright. Oh, right. Gotta go read.